Welcome back to a breaking news edition of Cord Cutting Today. Redbox's parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, is shutting down. It's going into a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Redbox, Crackle, and Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming will shut down. What does this mean? What does this mean for the book series? What does this mean for DVDs? We'll break down all the news that we know here in a quick second. First though, if you're new here, hey, we do breaking coverage of all the biggest stories in the world of cord cutting every Monday through Friday. And we do random breaking news stories just like this one. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up if you like what we do here. It really does help because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. Well, Redbox went to bankruptcy recently. It was a Chapter 11. The goal was to restructure their debt, maybe find some new investors to kind of cover things and get back going. Shortly after that happened, Redbox's streaming service stopped working, and now Redbox's parent company has switched from a Chapter 11, which is the kind where you restructure, redo your debt, but you come out of it and you keep going as a company, to a Chapter 7 where you liquidate everything and shut down. Now, this was first spotted by Lopez or Wall Street Journal. I'm not sure which one was first, but those two sites first spotted this, that the court filings came out today, that the judge has approved the request to switch to a Chapter 7. They will shut down all DVD rental kiosks, liquidate the DVDs, shut down the streaming services, and more. Now, one important note here, Chicken Soup for the Soul, the books, is a separate company. Originally, these two were together. Chicken Soup for the Soul spun off its streaming, DVD business, whatever you want to call it at the time, into a separate company called Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. That's what's shutting down. I believe the book company is unaffected, but if I'm wrong, please let me know. With this, though, some of the employees are getting some paychecks, though. They did secure an $8 million loan to pay employees and some health benefits. It's been about a month and a half now for some employees since they've had health insurance. And the most recent paycheck was missed for all their employees. It looks like they're going to get that. But that money, that $8 million to pay employees, for example, was not enough to cover the other expenses. That was just for employees. Seems like they were unable to find a way to go forward and keep operating. And because of that, they're going to shut down. Now, the exact date when the DVDs stop working is unknown. For over a week now, the streaming service for Redbox has not been working. Crackle has, though, so was Chicken Soup for the Soul. I would suspect they will stop working pretty soon. Right as I was going live on this, recording it, they seem to still be working. That's subject to change. Now, they recently missed a $4 million payment to NBC Universal, which was bad news because that was a court order payment for back dues for royalties owed to them. In total, they owe $16.7 million, and the judge in that case could force them to try to pay it all. That seemed to trigger this bankruptcy, as they didn't have that money with that. Now, when Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment acquired Redbox in 2022 for $50 million, they assumed the $325 million in debt they had. So this is pretty popular sometimes with businesses, right? One's not going well, another business looks at it and says, for whatever reason, A, maybe we think we could turn that around, or B, hey, maybe you have certain assets or patents or some stuff that makes it worth it for us. We'll give you a little bit of cash, but hey, you owners of Redbox, we'll take all the debt off of you, right? So that $320 million that you have in debt, we'll absorb that. You will no longer be liable for that debt, and we'll even give you $50 million on top of that. I'm sure those owners are pretty happy with this deal right now. Well, for whatever reason, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment was not able to make it profitable, was not able to pay those debts with that. Now, again, this is not unusual. A lot of companies look at this and they say, hey, for one, maybe we can turn it around. Or two, hey, maybe I'm a restaurant, you're my main competitor, we have similar models. Maybe I just rebrand what you do into mine. I think we can, maybe move into a new market. That often happens, right? If I'm a restaurant in Michigan, I look at a restaurant chain in Indiana that's got a few locations. Maybe I buy them up and do that. Blockbuster was big in this in the 80s and 90s. They would go into a new town and look around and find an independent movie rental store that had maybe a couple locations. In my area, I think it was called Movie Time. Actually, the guy who ran it, that little independent movie stores had like 4 or 5 locations. He was a neighbor. He lived like 2 streets down, and at Halloween he always gave out free DVD rentals VHS rentals to the kids back then, or a video game rental with purchase of another rental. Better believe I always made sure to go to his house on Halloween. But they came in, Blockbuster bought him, and his 4 or 5 locations all became Blockbusters. It was a quick way to grow into our market where we lived. That's pretty common. I'm not sure the terms there, but it's not unusual for them to say, hey, if you have some debt, we may absorb that, but we're going to give you a little bit less cash. Well, Redbox was never able to get out of that debt that they piled themselves on with Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. Now, a lot of questions are unknown. Like I said, how long will this go? When will all the employees be let go? How much will they get paid going forward? We'll have to wait and see. I would suspect that this will happen very rapidly, and keep your eyes out. If we find out how they're going to be selling off these DVD discs, we'll let you know. Sometimes in the past, I've heard they've sold them to resale shops, gone down to like a pawn center and dumped 100 DVDs on the table and took some money from that way. Other times I've heard they've been shipped back and sold different ways. If we hear any details, we'll let you know. But Redbox, Crackle, and Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming are all dead. That's the breaking news for today. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know. We'll love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with another video.